to the nation, DrPlaystationNation, here to talk to you guys over Domination Underground. Got a 28-3 gameplay for you guys, which is 9.3 KD. I sped up the beginning here because my friend Josh, Stealthy Knight on YouTube, was going for a good game with the PM9, and I was like, you know what, it's hard enough going for a good game with the PM9. I'm going to help him out. I'm going to go hardcore for the objective, just help him out a little bit, because when you know that your spawn is safe, you usually have a better game, and nobody else was really by the spawn. There's really only like one person helping me out, but anyway, let's kind of continue on with this topic. This is not going to be about the gameplay. Instead, this is going to be about community managers, specifically Infinity Ward's community managers. And the reason for this video is not because I'm trying to get I'm trying to become a fame whore. I'm not trying to view whore, whatever you want to call me, but the reason why I want to talk about this is because I mentioned it in my Minecraft video, episode 2 of my new Minecraft series. I mentioned it because Noah mentioned how Whiteboy 7 Street might become a new community manager, and I said no, Infinity Ward would never choose a YouTuber as a community manager. It just doesn't make sense. And I kind of want to explain myself why I think that, and based on new information that has recently been brought to my attention, why I think differently now. So anyway, let's kind of get started talking about it. I'm going to kind of address the pros and the cons, and then you guys can leave your comments below talking to me, and we'll kind of have a debate if you guys feel differently than what I feel. So anyway, let's kind of get started. So the reason in the Minecraft video where I said that Whiteboy 7 Street would not be chosen as a community manager is simply because Infinity Ward is a business. They need some sort of fall guy, because no matter what they do to Call of Duty, no matter what happens to Call of Duty, there are always going to be people that don't like some aspect of it. That being said, Infinity Ward needs somebody to kind of take that hate. They need a face for their company. That was Robert Bowling, and Robert Bowling was a personality that you loved to hate. When you got mad at a game, you said, "God damn it, Robert Bowling." Same thing goes for Treyarch. You said, "Fucking JD 2020." Whatever you said, that was the face of that company, opposed to saying, "Damn it, Treyarch," or whatever you said, Robert Bowling, because Robert Bowling's face of that company, it's a personality that you love to hate, and because of that, that's really, I think, what is good about a community manager, as far as a business standpoint is to it. And even though Robert Bowling, if you guys saw my Robert Bowling video, Robert Bowling, I doubt, did anything wrong. I think he was doing his job perfectly, but the fact of the matter is, Infinity Ward was like, you know what, we have this fall guy here, we can do really whatever the hell we want, and nobody will really blame us. We have a little bit of slack, and Robert Bowling, our community manager, will catch all the flack, and that's really what happened. And from my point of view, because Robert Bowling did do some interviews where he said that he was fighting to get DLC free, he was fighting to do certain things for the community, and it just wasn't happening, because it wasn't a smart business move. It was smart for the really hardcore players, but as a business strategy for Infinity Ward, it didn't fit. And sorry guys that this is a really long kind of preface, but basically this means Whiteboy is not somebody that anybody likes to hate. Nobody hates really Whiteboy. Like, his personality, he's so exuberant, he's so excited all the time, he's such a, seems like such a nice person. He might be a huge asshole, I don't know, but from his videos, from his online persona, he's such a nice person. Who would love to hate Whiteboy? I'm sure there's some people, but for the most part, nobody really loves to hate him. So for me, it didn't really make sense why Infinity Ward would pick him, and that's why I said it wouldn't happen. But with further kind of thinking about it, I was thinking, this might just be the one. If Whiteboy really wants to become a community manager, and Infinity Ward sees that so many people want Whiteboy to become the community manager, this could be their out. Infinity Ward knows that people hate their company, that people are waiting for Black Ops 2, that all the hardcore gamers really like Treyarch's games, now really like Treyarch's games, opposed to Infinity Ward, that Treyarch's becoming the primary developer of Call of Duty. And people know that, and Infinity Ward knows that, so they need something to, as a game changer, they need something to change it up, and Whiteboy being the community manager could be that one thing. That could change how people look at the game, and they could use Whiteboy, being the community manager, they can use him in that position in order to get everybody to start liking the game again. If they take Whiteboy's feedback, if Whiteboy can get enough feedback from his kind of online community, his followers, all that stuff, and they change enough things, if they really push for it, change all the things that maybe Robert Bowling wanted to change, they could definitely do something great with Infinity Ward, and people might start to like Infinity Ward again. Obviously, you can't change certain things about the game, like you can't completely eliminate death streaks, you can't completely eliminate certain parts of the game, but you can definitely make it a much more enjoyable experience for the more experienced players. And from recent tweets, I can't say for sure if if Whiteboy is the community manager as of now. He did mention in a few tweets that he is going to be meeting a couple friends talking about Dead Man's Hand and FMG9s and all that stuff, so that kind of hints at the fact that he's going to be talking to Infinity Ward developers and stuff like that on how to fix the guns, which may or may not say that he's community manager. Maybe he was put into some sort of, he was grandfathered in, he's a consultant for Infinity Ward, maybe not a full community manager, because some of the cons to him becoming the community manager, so the pros, like I mentioned, like, Infinity Ward would really want to use Whiteboy as one of their most valuable assets. They really don't want to taint Whiteboy's name, because Whiteboy becomes the community manager and he starts tweeting stuff out like, we're fixing this glitch or we're fixing this glitch. They're not going to do the same thing like with Robert Bowling, where he said, oh, we're going to fix this glitch, and then a week later, still wasn't fixed. They would really work hard in order to make sure that Whiteboy, as far as the community is concerned, was on cue. That whatever Whiteboy tweeted out, we're fixing this glitch, the next day that patch is out or whatever. So I think that they would really work hard not to ruin that asset that is Whiteboy as community manager. The con to this is, and the reason why, another reason why I would think that Whiteboy would not become the community manager is simply because it takes up a lot of time. Robert Bowling, whether you guys think that reading tweets and all that stuff, being creative strategist, community manager, whatever you want to call it, if you think that that's an easy job, probably it isn't. It probably is a really kind of time-dedicated job, and Whiteboy being his YouTube kind of channel being as lucrative as it is, I don't know exactly how much Whiteboy makes, but he makes a lot of money. Being as lucrative as that is, I'm fairly certain Infinity Ward does not have a very competitive offer. I'm not 100% certain of this. I could be just as wrong as I was before, but we're going to have to see what goes on, and I'll keep you guys updated if major changes occur. I'm not going to turn this channel into a Whiteboy for community manager channel, but it's interesting to see what happens. This could definitely be a game changer for Infinity Ward, and it can definitely change the game that we all know and love, Call of Duty. So anyway, hopefully you guys kind of enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys drop a like if you guys did like it, and make sure you guys subscribe to join the nation if you already haven't. Anyway, I'm the Doctor, and I'm out. Oh, look at that, I'm back. Anyway, here are the past two videos. If you guys missed any of them, the video on the left is my episode 1 of my new Minecraft series. If you guys like Minecraft, maybe you should go check it out. Maybe you'll enjoy it. The video on the right is going to be my last commentary, where I talk about religion, kind of my religion, how I feel religion has changed over the past few years, and stuff like that. So anyway, remember to go follow me on Twitter if you already haven't. I'll be updating you guys on new stuff, like when I'm playing, what I'm playing. And anyway, I'm the Doctor, and I'm out. Peace.